Hi everybody. So today we are going to be reviewing the Stealthcam package that Costco sells. And for those of you who haven't seen it before, this is what it looks like. And for the amateur trail camera enthusiast or someone looking for some property security or pictures around the place, this looks like a really good deal. And I've always been a little shy of Stealthcam because of the earlier models they came out with. The battery life wasn't that terribly great, and in the north where I am, the cold weather really shut these things down, whereas other cameras like the Moultrie did much better. But I figured, you know what, I'm going to give it a shot. Costco usually has pretty good value for the things that they sell, so this camera package, full price in Canada, is $125. I think in the US it's $100 US. And in the fall here, they're trying to get rid of them, so they blew them out for 20% off. So if this camera's any good, this is an incredibly good value. It's 26 megapixel camera, and it claims to have an 80-foot range for the trigger. But the other thing that this comes with that will give you a bit of value, it comes with a card reader, enough batteries to power it, so that saves you a few bucks. About a $20 camera mount to screw into the trees, and a 16 gigabyte memory card. So basically everything you need to get going with a trail camera setup is all included in this package. Normally, I would stay away from anything that comes in a blister pack. From my experience, it's usually lower end stuff. However, when I got reading on the back and all the stuff, the specs and all the details about what's in the package, it did say that Stealthcam specifically put this together for Costco. So that being said, you're not going to find this at Cabela's or Bass Pro. And in fact, if you look at the product number here, the camera number, I don't think you can even find that exact camera number. There's one very similar to it that I think is the exact same camera on their website, but this was really just put together for Costco as a value package. So that's why I'm going to try it, and this video is actually going to take me 6-8 months to do, because I'm going to unbox it, I'm going to show you how to set it up, then we're going to go out to our remote property that I have and set up for the winter, and that'll give the ultimate test, because it's going to have to endure sub-zero temperatures, and I know we'll be able to get a bunch of pictures on it. It's just a matter of how long will the batteries last and how good the pictures will be. And actually, I'm going to run it on video mode. I prefer that more than anything. But on the specs and everything that the package says about it leads me to believe that this is a good quality camera, and it should give us a high quality video. So anyways, I'm going to open this up and then we'll take a look at the components. All right, so that blister pack was really difficult to take apart. I finally got everything out, and it came with a bonus strap. I forgot about this, but basically if you're going to run it without a security box, you can just put the strap through here, run a security cable through there, and secure it to the tree like that. I prefer the full security box just mainly because of bears and other animals smashing these things. It protects them. And then like this, if you had a cable lock just with this, you could easily break it off and steal the camera. But let's take a look at some of the other components. So this I really like. This is basically a USB adapter for your computer. It'll plug into your iPhone or an Android if you have one of those. And right here, you put your SD card in and it can read it. So if you're in the field, you pop your SD card in here, plug this into your phone, you can see it. It also takes a micro SD. This camera takes a regular SD card, but this is a really convenient feature, especially now since everyone has iPhones these days. The batteries, I'll just talk about them for a minute. These are actually Duracell battery. So they're obviously for commercial use, not for resale, but I thought maybe it would just have some cheap Chinese, you know, no-name batteries, but it actually has a good battery that comes with it. 16 gigabyte SD cards. I don't know if there's a difference between SD cards, but I've never had issues with these, so this is really handy to have. Fairly good sized card. Now these are handy. You screw these into the tree. This screws into the bottom of the camera. You know, you can set the angle of your camera, so if you want to put it higher, you can angle it down. Really handy, especially if you're not running a security box. So I think on these stealth cams, I'm going to try just running them off of these and hope they don't get stolen. The property we have is pretty remote, and these cameras are pretty well camouflaged. You know, they don't. It's not like they paint these neon orange or something. So, but I just want to show you guys too. The one other feature I really like on this camera is the opening box here. So if you see, if you've got a cable lock on here, the strap closed and the cable lock through there, no one can actually open your camera up to check the SD card on you without being able to take that cable lock off. So that's kind of a good feature, actually. So it makes it so random people can't just come by and check your camera and your SD cards. Even if they don't steal it, they can't see your information. This piece down here, that's where the infrared LEDs or whatever they use nowadays comes from. I believe this stuff here is the trigger or the sensors, and then of course the piece in the middle is the camera. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the batteries in here, and then we'll go through the setup. Okay, so I've never read the directions on these stealth cams before. I've never had one. My main test is going to be to see how well I can actually set this up and figure it out, because oftentimes a few years down the road you forget what you're doing. You need to reset the camera up. You're not going to be looking for the book. So I'm going to go ahead and just try to figure this out without the book and see how intuitive the setup is.